important lesson adulthood has taught me is that happiness is a choice. Like, you choose to be happy. If your happiness always depends on someone or something, what happens when that someone or something is no longer there? Now, I came to this conclusion because earlier I used to feel like, oh, if I had certain people in my life, I would have no worries, I would always be happy. But they don't even talk, we don't even say highs, we don't even say hellos, but I'm still here. Then I moved on to events. I just really wanted to be successful at a lot of things. So I put my happiness on success. I'll feel like, okay, if I can achieve this milestone, I'll be happy. But then I found myself always going in and out of happiness because when I achieved that particular goal, I start feeling okay, I've achieved this, what next? I put my mind on the next thing and then I realize that I'm no longer happy. When I start comparing things, I'm like, okay, if only this can happen, I would be happy. Last year was the most challenging year of my life so far, that as far as I can remember. So last year, so many things happened to me, like so many negative things happened to me back to back to back to back. And honestly, it's hard to be happy amidst negativity, but it's not impossible. And another thing that robbed me of my happiness was that I was so focused on everything I lost and everything that wasn't working for me. So I wasn't happy. In fact, I didn't even realize that God did so much for me last year until when this year started and I looked back and I saw how I came out of all the situations and how everything. I can't even tell that story here. That will be story for another day. But how I came out triumphant, like elegantly, and how I was glowing, like I wasn't going through all of those stuff. But last year, when I was in that position, I couldn't realize that because I was sad. I was always complaining. I was always focusing on what was not working. I even blamed God. Like, I'm like, why will He allow all this happen to me? Why will my life go this way and not that way? And I was so unhappy. I was this close to falling into depression, but thank God for how everything went. So when this year began, I told myself that I want to start recording progress, like every year. When I look back and evaluate, I want to see how far I've gone. And one of the greatest things I want to learn this year is how to be happy in every season, whether I'm in a season of plenty, in a season of nothing, in a trying season, in a happy season. Don't get me wrong, normally when negative things happen, you'll be sad momentarily, but that doesn't mean that should be the state of my life like forever, because it's life. Negative things and positive things happen. Like, I just need to learn how to accept and balance and move on from it. Now, my greatest problem was acceptance, balancing, and moving on from, because when something negative happens, I dwell on it for a very long time and then it hinders me from moving on. And I'll always say, oh, if only this thing didn't happen like that, it would have been like this. But I've come to a realization and conclusion that when it comes to situations that I cannot control, like, there's nothing I can do. So even if I worry, even if I wish it had gone better, it will still not go better. It will still not change. So the best I can do is accept it and then see, okay, I wanted things to go this way, but it went that way. So how can I move on from this? Like, how can I still attain what I want to attain? Because it doesn't mean what I wanted to attain is now impossible because it didn't go the way I planned initially. That's one great lesson I learned. So another thing that was hindering my happiness was comparison, because I put myself under this pressure that at a certain age, at a certain time, I should be at a certain place. So when I look around and see people winning, I feel like I'm stagnant, nothing is working for me because I've not gotten to where I said I wanted to be. At some point, I even stopped. I quit social media, but I told myself that, okay, even if these things are not happening for me yet, like, I would move on from it. I'm trying my best. I'm not there yet, but so far, like, I've experienced this peace, and that's why I decided to share it. Because when I come online or when I look around and see things happening for people, like, I'm genuinely happy for you. There's this imposter voice that wants me to like scan my life inwardly, and I'm like, oh, things seems to be working for everybody, but why is nothing working for me? And then I tell myself, I've come so far, I've overcome so far, and I'm doing well and my season will come and it just makes me smile. And then I move on. I just believe that happiness goes beyond my achievements, the goals I set for myself, pressures of things happening around. It's just a state of mind that I can put myself in. And I feel like if I can put myself in to a certain level, then no matter what life throws at me, I'll still be able to be happy because happiness does not depend on anything or anybody but me. And then I also feel like putting happiness or depending happiness on other people is putting too much pressure on them because we are all human. Nobody is a superhero, nobody is a superhuman. Like everybody has their moments. So if this person is always jovial, you're always getting source of joy and happiness from this person, what happens when this person breaks down? Like sometimes some people try their best to just stay strong or keep up strong appearances because other people draw strength from them. Like that's totally okay, but I've learned that I should also give them a break. They're human beings. They are allowed to break down. Like they are allowed to have their moments. I don't know if that makes sense anyway, but capiche.